Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is actually your first time stopping by, hi, I'm Natalie, and I talk about everything in relation to packing up and moving to Canada as a new immigrant. Now, I have a special series called The Rundown, and I was supposed to have done episode 2 of The Rundown in January, and that did not work as planned. So, because I could not put anyone else for this date, I became episode number 2. So The Rundown is pretty much a series where newcomers share their story, which I hope will inspire you. With that said, let's go. Okay, so 4 days ago, April 20th, marked 2 years since I've been a Canadian immigrant. And I'll say that it has been a very interesting time for me. It has been an adventure. And I say that not because it's some kind of cliche term. I had only lived in Jamaica. I was born there, I grew up there. And so there are certain steps that you have to take as you get older. You do them incrementally, like when you get to that point. No, moving here, you're already just at that point where everything is due. And aside from everything being due, it's also adjusting to a new currency. And the term is true that a dollar is a dollar everywhere. And I've learned that because I had quite a bit of savings, or what I thought was quite a bit of savings from back home. And so when I moved here, within a year, I had depleted the majority of my savings. I have been paying rent, whereas, back home, I wasn't paying rent. I was just living alone in my home that my mom had basically gifted me, it would seem. And rent here is ridiculous. It's starting over. As you guys know, if you watched my driver's license video, you know that it was very tough for me to get my driver's license. So with all that said, I have definitely found that it has been an adventure for me, and I'm very happy that very early on in my journey here, I decided to chronicle a lot of what I was going through. And I hope I can find these videos. If I can, I'll be putting them at different points in this episode so you can kind of see what I was going through. And I just hope that you're going to enjoy this episode. So the first thing I'll talk about was pretty much, moving here and trying to find my way. So I didn't have anywhere official to go to. I didn't have a job, and I didn't know how I would find somewhere to live. I didn't want to put pressure on my family because my family here, I first of all never really met the majority of them before moving here. So pretty much I had nowhere to live. My mom was able to speak with a family friend who was willing to have me stay by her for a little while. She lived in Barrie and she had a spare guest room. So I went there to stay until I could find a job. Well, naturally, for any grown person, you're not going to want to infringe on anyone's space for too long. So I was there for almost 2 months while I started my job hunting and started looking for places of my own. A month after moving to Canada, I attended a job fair at the, what's it called again? I don't know, in downtown Toronto. And it was just a funny story how I even made it to this job fair. My cousin Ruth accompanied me, and I saw this company and they wanted some customer service reps. Now, I'm moving from management level positions prior to migrating. So when I'm seeing customer service, like in my head, I'm thinking those people who will call you and they're offering you something and you're hanging up on them. And I don't think I'm built for that. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. And Ruth was like, just hear them out, just hear what they have to say. I went over, and the recruiters there, they were so sweet. And I just got struck. And I was like, this is so refreshing. I would really want to work somewhere where the culture is like that and where people speak so highly of this company and where I feel like there are so many opportunities for growth. back in Barrie from my interview that I had this morning in Mississauga. This was the very first time I drove like by myself on the highway. It was really scary for me. I'm too confused. I'm not saying a lie. I'm too confused. The interview was interesting, to say the least. I tried my very best. I'm not quite sure if my best was good enough. I got the job and I started out as a licensed insurance representative. So, on my way, waiting for my walk sign. So, you know, I'm a good pedestrian. Okay, so there we are. First day on the job. Pretty much, I would take calls from persons who wanted to make changes to their policies or wanted to cancel their policies, wanted advice on their policies. When I started this job, I had to do a licensing exam because insurance is regulated in Canada. I actually passed the exam, which I was happy about because I had already signed a lease for my first apartment here. And then the evening after my exam, I found out that my father had just died as well. That turned out to be quite a legal issue. So I definitely won't get into all of that right now. But anyways, this is the kitchen in here. Right, you could exit from there, but I'm showing it from here. So this is the living room. That's the balcony out there. Probably show you the balcony. It's very narrow, but it's long. So you can see from there all the way down there. Anyways, yeah, so back to in here. This is the living area. Right, bedroom. Yeah, the bathroom is a little dark in terms of it's not being well lit, but yeah, I don't know, I want to get used to that. So this is it. I found that I was quickly becoming depressed because nothing seemed to be going right. So yeah, I had a few things going right in terms of me having a job and me getting a place, but then I had the issues now brought on by my father, and you know, just me not being able to get my driver's license because I met a racist examiner at the location that I went to in Barrie, and it was just very tough for me because I had to be running down buses every day, and I was taking like 3 buses to get to work every morning and 3 buses to get home. So it was just a lot that I was processing, and you know, just adjusting to the fact that my salary that I was earning was not sufficient to cover my bills. So I was constantly using savings to help me, and it was just becoming too much. And I remember one evening after work, I knew I was going to miss that bus. There was no way I could catch it. I was trying to run at one point. It was just not working. I'd have to stand at the bus stop and wait for that bus. And then that would throw me off from getting my second bus and then the third bus. So I was just so overwhelmed in that moment. And I began to talk to God about what I was facing and starting to doubt, you know, moving here. I didn't have rent to pay. I didn't have like a lot of high bills. You know, I was mobile. I was running down buses like this. You know, I was just not prepared mentally for all of this. And then dealing with issues surrounding the death of my father just mere weeks before. And I felt led at that time to write about what I was experiencing. And I started to write. And I found that very early on in me writing, I wrote that I'm going to start a YouTube channel so that I can share with persons who do want to pack up and start over as well, to make my life and my experiences be a kind of guiding tool to help others. Hey guys, on that note, when you're finished watching this video, if you haven't already purchased a copy of my book, it's available on Amazon in both paperback and Kindle options. I found that writing was like therapy for me, and so the months went by and things started to improve. I got my driver's license. I purchased my car within days of getting my driver's license. I thought everything was going well. And then in January, I secured a new position in my company. And that was a huge shock for many people because I was merely in that role for a matter of months. I got that new job, which technically I wasn't even supposed to qualify for because of the short space of time that I had been with the company. But my manager for that role said, she saw something in me and she wanted to help me to get to where I need to be in this company. And I was in that role. I was driving all the way to Guelph each day from Mississauga, and it was just insane. But I only did it for 2 months, and then the pandemic. So I got to work from home during 2020. One of the key things I wanted to do was to enhance myself and make myself more marketable. I realized that I was applying for jobs, and these would be jobs that I would have experience in, I'd be qualified for. It would just seem like no one would be calling me for an interview. One of the key goals I had for 2020 was to sit my PMP exam. I procrastinated a bit, but later in the year, I actually sat my PMP exam and became an official PMP. I knew that would make me more marketable, which was exactly what I wanted to do. I then started to apply for project management jobs to really capitalize on my experience managing projects, as well as me being a PMP at this point. And my very first application was for a project manager position within my company. And they invited me to an interview. I don't think I did well, trust me. I don't think I did well. I think after the second question, I just kind of felt like I messed up and I was just in my head. But long and short of it, I got the position. And I am just so shocked because within 2 years of being in the country, I can say that I have even bigger goals and dreams at this point. No, of course, as I said, there are a number of challenges that I faced, challenges that are different from other people. And there were many times I wanted to move back to Jamaica. I wanted to just give up. I was just over it. But my mother especially would encourage me because one, I did not have a job to go back to. So what was I going to go back to Jamaica to do? Sit down on the street side? No. So anyway, I knew I had to tough it out. The main thing I realized that I had to do was to one, be disciplined, and to just focus. Also knowing that you may come here really qualified. You could be coming here like Wendy Ostefo, who says she got her 4 degrees, and you could just not be able to secure a job here. So of course, another tip I would say is just to make sure that you find an opportunity to improve yourself. You are never at that highest peak. There's always more to accomplish. So definitely find your more and just push to that. Also, you definitely need to have a good tribe. I have a good tribe. For whatever reason, I just seem to have a whole squad. I have lots of friends here, friends who, I would have known before coming here, and friends who are pretty new. And then I have amazing cousins and aunts, and it's just amazing. I couldn't really even list their names because there's so many. All I'll say though is that, I'm just grateful that within 2 years, I've been able to get to a place where, yes, it's not perfect, but it's business as usual for me right now. It's me getting back to that grind. I have bigger goals, bigger dreams, but it's definitely been a case where I'm starting from the bottom and I'm slowly climbing up. Where laziness I go. Somebody commented under one of my previous videos, 10 fun facts that shocked me when I moved to Canada, when I spoke about healthcare being free here. Someone mentioned that, we immigrants, we come to Canada and we're just coming for the freeness. And I had to gather that beloved person to remind him or her that the truth is Canada recruits the very best and brightest from other countries for economic reasons, and that's why express entry remains an economic migration tool for Canada. And so Canada does not take the rare, the what left, they take what they think are the best and brightest. And so if I'm the best and brightest, or rather if I am among the best and brightest from Jamaica, I believe I'm here as an ambassador to make people see that you have really bright, brilliant, amazing Jamaicans who are all manner of nice things, right? And so just really showing that side of Jamaica and me paving the way for other Jamaicans. If you want to grow, it's hard work, but you know, we Jamaicans were built for it. And many other immigrants with whom I have interacted, I have realized that they too are built for it. Wherever you're from, one thing is very sure is that we immigrants, we are here to get everything that we can get. So we're investing in this country, but we're also making sure that we're getting everything that we can get and we are getting to our best selves. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please click that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post new content right here on this channel. Bye!